Season 12 is just around the corner, and with the trailer for the season coming out on the 14th, I thought it'd be fun to try and predict what the meta is going to be like. Meta changes near enough every season because there's constantly different changes to the heroes, and sometimes we get new heroes, like Juno coming into this season. I think this season's meta is going to be really interesting, so sit back, relax, get comfy, maybe make a cup of tea or coffee, and listen to me ramble on about how next season's meta is going to be an absolute blast. I'll discuss it in a minute, but first I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video, as I want to continue making Overwatch 2 related content that's not only entertaining, but educational too. So, admittedly, I don't think that the meta is going to change all that much when it comes to the fundamentals. Wait, before you click off this video, what I mean is that we're still going to see dive comps played like they are now, but with a few changes here and there to account for Juno and whatever balancing they do, with rush and brawl comps also becoming slightly more popular. They just seem like the most dominant playstyles, and rightfully so. Once you get that snowball rolling, it can become absolutely unstoppable because of how fast paced they are, with huge amounts of damage being dished out near instantly sometimes. Hence why D.Va is in the meta at the minute. Not only does she deal insane damage, but she is an absolute mitigation machine. But I think this will change in Season 12. D.Va's defense matrix will probably receive a nerf and make her slightly more balanced again. She'll always be an absolute beast of a character, there's no doubt about that, but with less mitigation, it might encourage players to play a different tank. So, who will replace D.Va as the meta tank next season? Honestly, this might come as a bit of a surprise, but I think we're going to see a lot more of Ramattra and Junker Queen. These are two fairly underrated heroes, and it's a shame because they're still really good. With Ramattra being extremely versatile and Junker Queen being an absolute unit when it comes to stats. Her self-healing will pair beautifully with Juno's Mediblaster, and they'll be absolutely unstoppable in her ult, as will Ramattra. If he's blocking whilst Juno's healing, Juno's bound to get her ult from that singular teamfight alone, which also pairs really well with Ramattra, both in standard and Nemesis form. The amount of damage that's going to be dealt is going to be absolutely insane. Now, for DPS, I think we'll see pretty much the same thing as it is now, with a slight rise in heroes like Venture and Mei who work really well in a brawl comp. The DPS meta has stayed pretty similar season to season, with heroes like Tracer always having a spot on the top 500 leaderboard. But we've also seen a huge rise in the number of Cassidy players to counter this dive meta too. The rework to Magnetic Grenade has made it a lot easier for Cassidy to come out on top whilst being dived because it's super effective at close range, meaning he's practically a hard counter for some of these dive characters like Tracer. I think for the same reason he'll also be really effective against Juno because, well, weigh him up and I think it's pretty obvious who wins the fight. I mean, he will stop all mobility given through Hyper Ring. It's going to be absolutely nuts. Last but not least, let's talk about supports. I think it's pretty obvious what I'm going to say here. Juno is probably going to replace Lucio as the off support, with the main support probably being Kiriko. These two when paired together are absolutely crazy, with an insane combined healing output and potential to be lethal when necessary. With Juno being a 3-burst kill, granted, this might receive some changes, and Kiriko's crit being 2.5 damage rather than the usual 2 times. Not only that, the pairing of their ults is absolutely insane, with Juno's ult amplifying damage and giving healing whilst Kiri's ult boosts fire rate. All you have to do is imagine Bastion in this to realize how wild this is. Hell, even Ramattra's primary fire would be nuts in this ult combo too. But that just about does it for this video. So, to recap, very fast fight meta, with Juno and Kiri boosting the team around to do massive dives and pushes. Am I looking forward to this? Kinda. If it means we get some more variety rather than D.Va in every game, I'm all for it. I'm getting sick of having to either A, play D.Va myself, or B, swap to Zarya because it's just a boring playstyle. Yeah, it was fun the first few times, but after the 5th time or so, it started putting me to sleep. Playing with Juno seems like it's going to be an absolute blast though. I can't wait to see what they've done with her since the playtest and whether or not she'll release with 20 skins for the Gooners. I just want one Ramattra skin that's actually good, please. Not the Megatron, nothing like that kind of shit. And Venture as well, because they have literally 0 skins. I'm not counting the ice cream one. I don't know, I guess we'll see on Thursday, and then I'll talk about everything in that trailer on Friday. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm going to ask you to like this video as it lets me know that you find these videos not only to be helpful, but entertaining. I'm excited to see how Juno changes the meta because I feel like when she's played properly, she can carry a team to a win because of how versatile she is. So it's going to be cool to see people learn her and turn her into this absolute beast. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure to check out my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.